Alright, alright. We should be live, and hopefully things go well, because I don't think that the equipment that I have going on now is working properly. Not even like 5 minutes before I was gonna stream, the connection in itself just kept on sputtering and just disconnected at times. But let's hope it works. I was able to make videos, so that was good, but apparently live streaming is a different story. So just gonna wait a bit. Just hopefully it actually works. Because if it crashes, then I might have to do something different. So let's see. Let's hope for the best. Just give me a few moments to get things situated and get things working. I just need to be able to see the chat first off. There it is. Alright. What's up? Imagine that. How you doing this fine day? Give me one quick second. Gotta let it linger on for a bit to see if the connection's still good. If so, I could continue on. If not, then I may have to play a different game. But hope you're all having a good day today. Hope everything's well for you. Let's see here. Let's see here. Alright, alright. Sarah, what's up? It looks like the connection is good. Hopefully it stays good. What I need to do now is just max out all the 6 brand new Craniac items. I've not really been playing all that much because of work and whatnot. So I got a long way to go. I maxed out everything else, of course. It's just these 6 items I gotta max out, which is pretty much a grand total of 1,400 items. How long it's gonna take, I have no idea. Tools, settings, everything is connected properly. Yeah, it looks like it is. But again, hope you're all doing good today. Until then, imagine. Thank you for stopping on by. I'll probably be live later on tonight on Twitch, so if you want to stop by on Twitch, there you go. We can chat then. And be sure to follow me up on Twitch, people. Speaking of which, I should actually put that in the pinned message. There we go. Follow me on Twitch. There we go. In the message. It'll be a while before I'll be able to get every single item. Eventually, that's what I'm going to have to do. Like, get every single shop item. How long would that take? I have 5 trillion views to spend. And a lot of people keep commenting about that. It's like, how do you even have 5 trillion views? It's like, well, all you gotta do is not spend it. That's literally all you gotta do. Just play the game every single day, do your daily quests, and just not spend. It's the easiest thing you could ever do. It's just like receiving money. If you don't spend it, you're gonna have a lot of money. If only I could actually do that in real life. I have a horrible spending habit. If you would. to stop on by to chat. Like I said before, it's like 1,400 items. That's gonna take a while. I got 1 week to do that. If I'm able to get a lot of doubles, then that will speed up the process. But what I'm gonna have to do is actually play offline, where before I go to sleep, I just play a lot of Craniac. But feel free to leave down your Tube Simulator usernames in the comments section if you want to add each other. But still, I gotta get the Ogre, I gotta get the 2 books, I gotta get the Archangel. I'm calling it an Archangel because that's the only thing I'd ever think of other than a Druid. One or the other. Alfonso, what up? The double. Hope you're all having a good day thus far, because tomorrow I'm going to have to go back to work from Wednesday to Sunday. Back to the grind, really. At least a lot of it. They've been at least having me do my own thing. Doing well so far. After this stream, I'm gonna go eat with a family, then come back then to do a live stream over on Twitch. I've been going back and forth between Twitch and YouTube. Friend Michael actually sent a raid of 1,000 viewers to my Twitch page. Very happy for that, honestly. Because on Twitch, you're able to actually send people over to other people's pages, which is a really good thing to involve a community. YouTube just does not have that function. Imagine if YouTube actually does things that Twitch does. Then Twitch would have a real competitor. But right now, Twitch is still dominant in the live streaming platform. They have so many things that YouTube doesn't, and for whatever reason, YouTube just doesn't want to do. Dartax, welcome back. Yeah, that's the thing. If you want to get a lot of lit levels, you have to actually do Craniac, because Craniac is the best way to go about it. But just be sure to get VIP Craniac to cut the cost in half. And afterwards, you could easily get 10 billion views a day just by doing the daily quests. And also Gobble. Gobble helps immensely there. Then afterwards, spend all the views on Craniac and then just do it again the next day. Nia Kata, what's up? No, you get more than 10 billion a day at your level. Like level 75 and above, they all have the same thing. As you raise through the lit levels, nothing changes. It just gives you the same amount as if you were level 75. But let's say, yeah, let's say if you get 700 million views per video, you make 6 videos. No, actually, it really depends on your luck with Gobble. You could actually make 12 videos a day, if I'm not mistaken. The first initial 3, and if you're lucky for every 2 games, you get 3 videos done. So that's 9. With 3, that's 12. 12 times 700 million, that's 8.4 billion. You are guaranteed to get over 5 billion views just from the videos alone. Then you get the other 10 million from your daily quests. If you're lucky with some of the quests that you get, that gives you 1 billion, 1.5 billion, 700 million. You get the idea. You probably get a minimum of 10 billion views just for those daily quests. But again, it really depends on your levels for your stats too. If you max out everything, because I'm just speaking from my experience. Like, I maxed out everything here. Everything is level 75. All the videos, my top 10 surpasses 950 million. And then the videos alone, you could already see they're almost at 500 million. And it's about 10 more hours done, like halfway through. So again, you could easily get 10 billion plus views a day. I want to surpass 1 billion views. This was the closest I've ever gone, 995 million. It was only 4.7 million views away from reaching 1 billion. I wasn't even expecting that. I want to see a video surpass 1 billion. If it happens, I'll be happy. But everything is pretty much maxed out here. I'm almost at 1,400 pixelings. I'm already becoming a channel member once again, or is this a reoccurring channel membership? I think it's a reoccurring channel membership. That's one way to support the channel. It's only $1 a month at the lowest. I'm pretty sure anyone could spare $1 for 30 days. That's the price of a soda at this point. You can sacrifice the price of a soda. Okay, so yeah, you need to level up all your stats then, because they do make a difference. Not only that, the pixelings also build it up too. That's another thing I do forget from time to time, since I'm already at a max level, so I'm usually speaking from my experience and what I have. Because I already have 1,400 pixelings at this point, so all those stats rack up. Hey, look at that. Sarah became a channel member. Why, thank you. Enjoy the little fox badge, and as well as the emotes. If you're also part of the Discord community, being a channel member allows you to have 60 plus emotes for your usage in the server itself. Let me go ahead and screen grab that real quick. I'll go ahead and put this for the stream. Let's see here. One quick second. There we go. It's a good thing that YouTube helps out with that. I am no therapist by any means. But whatever is a good, healthy way to be able to get through it, then by all means. At least on YouTube, there's a variety of content creators you can watch, or a lot of videos you could also watch. If anything, there's always pet compilations you could also watch. Just cute little animals. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. I don't go to sleep till around 4, 5, or 6 a.m. So that's a thing for me. It's all because of work as well, because as soon as I get home from work at around midnight or at times 1 a.m., it's like, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna sleep now. I'm gonna go eat something. I'm gonna shower up. I'm gonna go just play a bit of video games, and then I'll go to sleep. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how they could actually just go to sleep right then and there. Thank you, Sarah. If anything, you could always watch Fox compilations as well. A lot of people do say that foxes are combinations of cats and dogs. Cat software running on dog hardware. Foxes are very loud and noisy. But that's just a quirk. That just comes with the job. They scream. And they are also very destructive. But if I ever win the lottery, I'm moving to a different state where I could actually own a fox as a pet. I'll be sure to have a lot of land so that the foxes won't be bored at all. And you can't just have one fox. You really gotta have 2 foxes so that they'll keep each other company. And taking care of them is like a full-time job too. Well, mainly because whenever they associate snakes, they also always associate with cobras, or pythons, or even an anaconda. But you can always get small snakes. Doge, what's up? How you doing this fine day? The only thing I know about the Black Mamba was from watching MTV. I remember the Wild Boys. The Black Mamba was always the running gag. But of course, the most deadly snake in the planet, you just don't want to mess with them. If I want my teeth to be straight, I have to remove 4 of my teeth at this point. I still have all of my wisdom teeth. And I think also I'm going to get the molars removed because those 2 in the back of my jaw, those have been crooked for a long time. It doesn't affect my talking, it doesn't affect my eating. It's just, it's there. I know it's there, and at points I can actually feel it's there. It's just very annoying to also brush because I always have to reach the back of my jaw just to reach the back teeth. But eventually I'll have them removed. Just not now. They're not causing me any pain. And at least the front upper jaw is not actually crooked. Can't say the same thing for the lower jaw because the teeth in the front are kind of crooked in the inside. That's because of the wisdom teeth I have in the back pushing them. Well, I have a German Shepherd and a Pomeranian. Pretty much all there is to say. You used to have a Chihuahua, but the Chihuahua passed away. Well, the offer wall is by a third-party company, so it really depends on what you want to do for that offer wall, and it's also very by country of which you're in as well. So it's different for everyone. I tried to do a challenge that would have given me 51,000 bucks, but I never actually got that. Wrote an email to the company that dealt with it and then denied the claim. And it's like, well, looks like I did all that for nothing. Hey, look at that, a Prisma egg. Only, what, 20 minutes into the game? Cool. Am I able to get it? That would be a different story. Just gotta wait for the perfect opportunity to strike, just like a snake. There we go. And caught. Easy does it. And it is Umi. Look at that. Now that makes 1,400. 1,400 pixelings I've collected thus far. I can't complain about that. And my foot's asleep. But these are my stats right now. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Oh hey, somebody subscribed. Ah, pins and needles. Feels so weird. Gotta check my foot. Gotta get the blood flowing once again. Either way. Well, I got pins and needles in my foot. How are y'all doing thus far? I don't know. I never really counted. I haven't really done events in a long time either. My foot is still asleep. How long does it take for it to wake up? Feels so weird. I don't think it's been that bad for a very long time. I don't know what's worse. Because now that I think about it, waking up with a dead arm, that alone, that's also painful. If you ever slept so awkwardly, you wake up and your arm is just completely asleep, like you couldn't even move it. I've had a few days like that. Like I had to use my left arm to raise my right arm and shake it just to wake it up. Yes and no. I have every single Craniac item, but I don't have every single Craniac item maxed. Well, not to say that the regular items, I have all that maxed out. I'm talking about the event items I need to max out because they keep adding more and more and more. If I were to go to my Craniac items, the regular ones I have maxed out a long time ago. That's all been done. What will I get for 255? Huh. 322,643. If we were to times that by 84, how much will that give us? No, though, I'm not going to do that. Your own. Put it back all the way down to 0. So let's times that by 84 for the time being. Where's my calculator? 84. Go ahead and round it up by 333,000. That's going to give us 27 million easy. I could buy every single pixel cube if I wanted to at this point. Bomber, what's up? Until then, Imagine, thank you for stopping on by. Hope you enjoyed the stream and hope to see you again in a future video or live stream. Due to my bad sleeping schedule is why I don't actually do early live streams anymore. Because normally I wake up at 1 p.m. Like I don't go to sleep till around 4, 5, or 6 a.m. and then I wake up at 1 p.m. and then afterwards I go to work at 3. So I don't really have too much time to even do a live stream at that point. It would be completely different if I was able to do YouTube and Twitch for full time, because then I'll have a lot of time to do live streams. Because again, I would not mind doing room events and whatnot. If I actually do become a Twitch partner, then that would be a good stepping stone to actually do this for full time. I wouldn't say I would get bored, is that there's always something to do. Because eventually I want to max out everything that there is in this game. I just don't have the time to do it. Golf-a-lot, how have you been? It's been a long while. Like, I do 100% this game. at least humanly possible, because the only thing that won't be easily done is maxing out every single pixeling. There is an actual cap of how many pixelings you can have. Nobody has reached it yet. At least legitimately. So it will take a while before that happens. The only thing I can do right now is just max out everything shop related and as well as Craniac related. I know, right? What is free time? Growing up sucks. If I was able to do live streams every single day, that would be my dream. Can I just win the lottery, please? Please? I'm having so much good luck in games. Why can't I have that type of good luck in real life? It really is. Not gonna lie. As soon as I got out of high school, parents like, you need to get a job, you need to go to college. It's like, why? I can understand getting a job, but still, I just got out of high school. Can't I at least get a break? Grab this real quick. Dang. Hey, look at that, another prisma egg. That only took 10 minutes after the last one. Am I able to get this one though? Gotta wait for a good opportunity to strike. I did it too early. Okay. Oh well. It hits hard. Like I said, it's good to actually have a job so you could actually have experience. You'd be able to get some income to buy the things that you want and become more independent. I still think that college in itself should be a choice, not where you have to be forced to take it right then and there. Because you could go to college at any age at this point. There's no rush into doing classes like that. You could go at your own pace. It doesn't have to be right then and there. The pressure that people put onto other people to get things done like that is unhealthy. You don't need all that stress. Just take it slow, take your time. There's no rush into getting things done like that. Of course, there are jobs that require a degree, which I can completely understand. The only thing I don't understand is why you gotta take 10 other classes that has nothing to do with the degree that you want to get. Other than the fact that I'll just want more money out of it. Let's say if you want to take marketing, you should only take classes that involve marketing. There's no reason to have science in the mix, or biology in the mix. If you're there for marketing, you should only take marketing classes, and that's it. If you want to go for a business degree, there's no reason why you should take political science, or even biology for that matter. Unless your business involves something that has to do with biology, then by all means take those classes, or at least after you get your business degree, then just study up on biology after the fact. I still don't agree that degrees where you actually have to take other classes that has nothing to do with the degree that you want. I already get enough stress from work. In business, you don't want to take other classes, but a lot of times the curriculum wants you to take the other classes, otherwise you can't get that degree. Because my degree is media arts. All I gotta do right now is take 3 classes that are all science related. I'm only missing 8 credits, and they're all science related. But what does science have to do with media arts? If all I had to do was just take anything media arts related for that degree, I would have had that degree a long time ago. But nope, I gotta take 3 credits. No, sorry, 3 classes worth 8 credits, which those classes are 3 hours long. So I would literally have to be a full-time student for those 3 classes to get it done all in one semester. That's like, nope. I don't want to deal with that right now. I already got a full-time job. I don't want to have to become a full-time student on top of having a full-time job. Because realistically, the only way I would have to get that done is if I were to take Tuesdays and Thursday classes and have my days off on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, the connection is messing up right now. But back to what I was saying, that realistically, I would have to be full-time working and full-time student, and I would have virtually and literally no days off. I don't want to deal with that. I absolutely do not want to deal with that. It's either one or the other. And I don't know about you, but I need the money. Because if it's a choice between yeah, it's possible to do both, but it's just gonna be too much of a hassle. Again, if our system was that all you gotta do is just take classes related to the degree and nothing else, then you would have your degree right then and there. Like, I would already have a media arts degree, even though that's not gonna really do much for me. Because truth be told, a lot of degrees out there, they don't do much. Because a lot of places, they won't even hire you unless you have experience on the field. And to get experience on the field, you have to be hired for that. And yet they won't hire you unless you have experience. It's just going in circles. It's funny how things work. In the end of the day, it's all about the money, how much you could spend, and how much time you have to spend on top of the money you spend. And if you happen to fail, then you gotta spend more money to get back into it. We're talking about the long run from the very first day I played to the last level I got to, 3 years. But if you're talking about me going from level 22, if I'm not mistaken, all the way to 999 was 3 months. But I was just consistently playing every single day. And look at that, another egg, 10 minutes after the last one and 10 minutes before after that. Let's see. See if I'm able to catch it. Oh, the egg just... Y'all saw that. The egg just bounced off to the left. Let's see. Okay. Just checking up to see what's happening in the Discord chat. Kyle, what's up? I know, the gobble items just appear randomly in the game. Nice, Sarah. But yeah, the gobble items just completely appear out of nowhere in the gobble matches. So if it happens to appear, then by all means you have to go for it. And sometimes it sucks because a lot of times the pixeling that you have are not actually the ones that you need to get to the gobble item. Sometimes they'll just completely ignore it and walk around it. But the key thing is that if there's let's say there's a berry item behind the gobble item and you have a pixeling that likes berries, you're gonna have to put it in front of the gobble item so that it'll go through that item to get to the berry behind it. That's how you lead into the items, or eggs for that matter. Sometimes you gotta be smart about it. Like there's staircase methods, there's pathway methods, and then there's just hope you get it method. Say if there's like a meat product on the bottom of the staircase, you put the pixeling that likes meat products on top of the staircase, so hoping it goes zigzagging all the way down to the meat product, so you get all those items at once. And sometimes the pathway you want the pixeling to go, they don't follow that pathway, they just do whatever they want. But just try to make a path for them to follow, and just that's the only way to do it. Ideally, you want to be able to get at least 10 food items in one match, because that really helps boost your videos. I don't even think that the AI upgrades do anything, because they still fall into a hole. I just got it so I could actually complete the tree. And which clan was that? Nice, Vincraft. I still say go for the Lit AF perk if you haven't gotten that maxed out, because that gives you a lot of experience. Well, keep in mind, I've been in a lot of people's clan chats. I just stayed with Lucky Bucket because I was just chatting with the people in there. Back then when Lucky Bucket used to be the #1 RSMV maker. Because back then, getting over 40,000 subscribers in the year, what? 2010, 2011 was very, very impressive. Yeah, I remember. Okay, so yeah. Die Fools, Trapper, Bo Duke, Gangs of RS, or Die Fools just did all the voice acting and a lot of stuff. Like, he had a very, very great imagination when it came to that series. Yeah, I used to be a moderator too. That's why I first started my career in in-game body acting. I have no idea what happened to Die Fools, honestly. I stopped playing Runescape a long time ago. You were Cool Pie. Nice. I remember that name. If I was not mistaken, I think I was the one who told people that you have to cast a spell onto an NPC or onto an item or enough to turn your character. And all the time we actually had to go back and forth to get the scene right. Because it was all about the timing. And the fact that Die Fools used my underground dungeon home as a place, as a setting for some of the scenes. My god, the memories are flooding back in.
Press the button. Press the button.
I know how to play. I'm getting distracted. One of the reasons why I quit RuneScape is because I lost my moderatorship. Just because I wasn't really active in that 3-week period. Because during that time, I was going through stuff. So I wasn't really motivated to play RuneScape. And then it's like, oh, since you're not active, we're going to remove your moderatorship. It's like, well, gee, thanks. Way to kick me down. Oh yeah, I have an Instagram, but I don't really use it. I just have it to have the name. But my social media is all the same, really. Back then it wasn't really all that corrupt. I was 16 when I became a moderator, if I wasn't mistaken. I remember getting muted, and yes, it was while in Die Fools' clan chat. I remember I was just having a little fun moment where I just decided to spam, and then one of them actually reported me. I don't know who. I don't hold a grudge against them. I was only muted for like maybe a day, so it wasn't really that bad. But when you were young and you got muted, it was like the end of the world type of scenario. Like, oh my god, I got muted. I'm never gonna become a moderator. I'm never gonna get this. Oh, woe is me. About a year later, I get an invitation like, hey, you've actually been really good at reporting real offenses here and there. Would you like to become a moderator? It's like, sure. I get the invitation, I get the trial run. Then later on, I get the crown. And I never actually let that go to my head. Although I really hated the fact that people out me out as a moderator. Mainly because it's like, yeah, I have a crown, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm just a person playing a game. If I happen to see something, I will do something, but I'm not going to go out of my way to hunt people down. So just let me be, let me play the game, leave me alone. That's all I ever wanted to do. It really did help out whenever it came to video making, and if someone was trying to cause a fire, things like that, they see the crown, it's like, oh, nope, I'm going to back away from this. I am not going to try this. it really helped out with those scenes. But other than that, I never abused my power. I never let it go into my head, and I just be like, okay, whatever. People try to pick fights with me. I can still see your message, Dennis. Don't get me wrong, I can still see your messages. It's just being blocked out by YouTube's auto mod system. Is that a new system? Because back then, if I muted somebody, it was already muted. Like, I was able to just mute someone, and that was it. Like, they couldn't say anything. And a JMod would actually have to review said mutes to see if it's actually verified or justifiable. And if so, they'll leave it. If not, then they'll unmute the person, and they'll message the player moderator saying, hey, they did this. It wasn't that bad. But back then, you actually had to earn to become a player moderator. It wasn't that you had to be on the high scores. It wasn't that you had to be a content creator. You actually had to earn it. And I did earn it. I just never attended any of the events. I never attended any of the meetings, quote unquote. Because apparently they had meetings like, I'm never online for this, so it doesn't bother me. I never attended any of the clan wars. I never attended any of the in-game events. It's just, I just did my own thing. I just played the game and just kept going. If I saw a bot, I reported the bot. I moved on. Back then, no one actually recorded anything. That's why I think that they allowed the meetings and whatnot to happen, because nobody used Bandicam, nobody used Hypercam 2. No one really recorded the meetings and posted onto YouTube. So nowadays, if they try to do something like that, then yeah, people would just record and just upload it. Just discussions about in-game stuff. Cool. I would have loved to join then. I'd just probably be the person that just says no to everything. Because back then I was really, really old school, where it says, no, we can't make it easier just to make it easier. Because I went through all this, why should they have it easier than I did? Because nowadays, all the skills now are just AFKable. Wood cutting is AFKable. All I gotta do is cut the vines. There's a lot of skills that are just AFKable at this point. Oh, I know. I participated in the bot busting event. I know about that one. I would just go to Falador. Go to the bank area and just report all the bots that were just auto typing. Back then, I legitimately was able to type so fast, people assumed and just claimed that I was using auto typers. Like, nope, I was able to type this all by hand. Glow 1, Wave 2. My favorite combination. Glow 1, Wave 2. The thing about old school RuneScape, yeah, it has the old graphics and whatnot, but it changed so much that it didn't actually resemble old school anymore. So I'm kind of bittersweet about that. Yeah, they added so much more content, which the way I was thinking about it was like, it would just remain the way it was. I remember the whole cannon method as well. There were some bots who were able to actually go around that. Pure essence bots. Wood cutting bots. Mining bots. Like I said, I can agree with all the added content to old school. It just didn't feel like old school anymore. The only thing that was old school was just the graphics. That's all it was, just no evolution of combat and just the graphics. So I shouldn't really been too hard on that, because otherwise I would have actually gone back to RuneScape and gotten all my level 99 skills all over again. But one thing was that I didn't want to start over. That was my main gripe. I just didn't want to start over. If I had a choice to actually bring my Evolution of Combat account all the way to old school RuneScape, just keep the levels and just start over from there, I'd be more than happy with that. Like, let me have my levels. I could start over with absolutely nothing, do all the quests again, get everything done from that, and just build my way back up again. I wanted to keep my 99 Slayer. That was my main pride and joy, because back then, not many people actually went for Slayer. People thought Slayer was a waste of time. And then people found out later on, it's like, hey, Slayer could make so much money. And that's when everybody went on to doing Slayer. It was funny how Slayer was just something that was underrated back in the day. It was awesome to get, but people didn't actually truly appreciate Slayer. That's the thing, again, I don't mind redoing everything. I just wanted my levels back. Just imagine doing Dragon Slayer at 99 attack, defense, and strength. Prayer. Using piety on Elvarg. Get that done in like 10 seconds. Just run in there with Dragon Claws and just just beat him up in 2 seconds. Because god dang, that'd be hilarious. That's the only gripe that I had, because I spent 8 years of my life with RuneScape, and for me to start over with all that, I just didn't want to do it. Thinking back on it now, I could have had it done easily, because a lot of my friends are back to playing RuneScape, and I'm just out of the loop at this point. Just the thought of me doing all that over again, I just didn't want to do it. But I actually did play old school RuneScape in the form of me being a level 5 account, just in the PK worlds, looting everything, looting all the potions, looting all the food, looting all of the stuff. The best one I ever got was I actually picked up a dragon crossbow. I was able to sell that to buy a lot of dragon bones, because I wanted to get 99 prayer at the time. I have enough bones to get myself to level 93 prayer. Occasionally I would troll people by just dropping 50,000 dragon bones onto the ground, watch everybody run out to pick it up, and I just pick it up right then and there. They'd be like, dude, you're gonna get yourself killed, and I'm gonna laugh about it. It's like, yeah, I would too, because I would deserve it. I still have those dragon bones. Like, that was the first thing I was actually gonna do. I was gonna get 99 prayer, and then I would go for 99 Slayer, because then I'd be able to have all of the prayer points to be able to withstand going through a lot of Slayer. But there's so many quests that I would have to do before then, because it would make Slayer so much easier. And if I'm not mistaken, at least with with this timeline, Duradel is still alive. Am I wrong? Because in old school, I don't think that we got Curadel from the quest. I'm trying to remember what the name of the quest was. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of the quest. And I still don't even actually have that done. I would have to go back to the guide to see what I'm actually going to be doing. Like, where did I last left off at? At this point, I just go to Runescape guides and just do the quest from there. I don't have the patience to try to learn it on my own. Because Morning Ants Part 2, without that guide, I would just be done. I wouldn't be able to do it. I still don't know how people were able to find out and figure it out before quest guides were made. God dang, nice. Are they actually lenient about the whole real world trading thing? Or are they still cracking down on it more than ever? Because I know now that you could actually do multi-logging. Sweet, Duradel is in old school. Sweet. That would genuinely made me upset when Duradel got killed off. Because keep in mind, I got 99 Slayer with Duradel. Not Curadel, but Duradel. So I grew up basically with Duradel. I'm just wondering because I know that you could do multi-logging and apparently you're able to share accounts because I've seen streamers do it where they log onto somebody else's account to play on their account for PKing, so I'm not too sure how that works. You need a 100 combat, god dang. Sophia, thank you for subscribing. See, look, those rules changed. Back then, you were not allowed to multi-log in. Also, you were not allowed to transfer items from one account to another, but that didn't stop people from doing it. I know I remember that too. Like, I remember that was the #1 complaint, that if you got hacked, then it's like, sorry, you got hacked. There's nothing we can do about that. But it's like, all I gotta do is just look at the IP of who accessed the account that you could see that it got hacked. Like, nope, sorry. You didn't secure account. You got hacked. It's your fault. Bye. Nowadays, yeah, back then there wasn't a thing called multi-tabbing. Now it's just, oh look, you have 20 tabs open, all of them playing RuneScape. Yeah, I've seen the Twitter brigade of how things work. The most recent one is that a bug caused a ban, and of course they're not doing anything about that. Even though it was not the person's fault that the bug happened. Like, okay. Gotta love that, right? Not gonna lie, I would not mind going back to RuneScape. Back then, I actually wanted to do RuneScape live streams and content. Sadly, my computer's absolute garbage, so I can't really play PC games and live stream at the same time. Not to get too political, but I can't blame Venezuela for getting in on that. You can't really blame them. With their situations, they need all the money they can get. The one thing I distinctly remember is that I spent so many hours fighting frost dragons just to get frost dragon bones for prayer. Then one of my friends would be like, hey, why not just sell the frost bones to buy dragon bones? You could buy a lot more dragon bones to get more experience in the long run. Good idea. Why didn't I think about that? I would spend 6 to 8 hours a day just fighting frost dragons. And not one drop. I did not ever get a draconic visage at all from any of the frost dragons. And I killed probably like 50,000 of them. Not one visage drop. I was never able to get a draconic visage. And I'm still peeved about that. Not only that, but I've killed so many iron and steel dragons in Slayer. Not a single visage drop. I was able to get dragon plate legs, but nope, never a visage or visage, whatever you want to call it, however you want to pronounce it. I was never able to get that one. My luck has been so horrible with that. Keep in mind, remember when I said that Slayer was underrated? Another egg. Lucky me, I've roasted 4 eggs in this live stream. So far, I've only caught 1 and missed the other 3. Technically 2. This would be number 4, isn't it? Okay, I just jinxed myself right there. If I don't catch that one, then yeah, this is these 3 that I missed. Other than that, let's go for it. But hey, another Umi. So yeah, Slayer was very underrated, and we also got the charms. We got the gold one, gold charm, green charm, red charm, and blue charms. So throughout Slayer, I would just collect all these charms. Nobody knew what they were for. On top of that, occasionally we would get these eggs. Nobody knew what the eggs were for. Lo and behold, a couple years later, summoning. Remember when summoning came into the game? Everyone was in on that. Everyone was just training and training and training. And luckily for me, since I was doing a lot of Slayer and I was able to have a lot of charms, I effectively had enough charms to get to level 99 summoning. And I remember everything was cheap back then. You had to get yourself the water talismans to get yourself the geyser titans. And I used up all of my blue charms for the geyser titans, and I was making so much XP off of that. And then pack yaks were so cheap back then. I was able to get myself over 5,000 pack yaks. And then that price rose up tremendously. The cost of getting hides was just so expensive now. And every time when you go to the summoning shop, the charms, or not the charms, but the shards were always bought out. Hey, look at that, another egg. Not even 3 games after, so 5 eggs. God dang. Lucky me. Why can't I have this luck in real life? Come on, let me win the lottery so I could actually just do YouTube videos and live streams for the rest of my life. I don't even care if I only have like 10 viewers for every live stream. People will be mocking me like, haha, you only got this. Like, well, I'm a millionaire just playing games for a or not for a living, but just for fun now. Haha to you. Here, have a gift though. Why didn't it didn't move? It was stuck. It was stuck. Oh well. I did not know about that. If I did, I probably overlooked that fact. If it was the geyser Titan, I would have been just done. Cause I can see a geyser Titan charging glories. It kind of makes me want to go log into my RS3 account to see what I still have in the bank, because I actually traded off all my gold to convert it to old school RS coins as well, and I still facepalm and cringe to this day. Yeah, that makes sense. But I still cringe to this day because the very first event was the Christmas event, and I try to flip party hats. I would buy a party hat set and I would try to flip it, and it did not work out. I spent all my money trying to flip party hats, and it was a failure because it was revealed shortly after that they would be re-releasing all of the quote-unquote discontinued items every year. So it's like, welp, I lost all my money. At least I'm able to make my money back in Runescape 3 if I wanted to, because I do have Slayer. I could still do Slayer tasks. I could still go to the Abyssal Demons and get whips and sell them for 1 million each. So it's like, yeah, I lost all that money, but I could make it back again. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about RuneScape 3. Like, I have a friend who loves it, and they're maxing out their account on there, but it's like, I can't get into that. Oh, whips are 70k now? Well, it's still some. Just get 10 whips to make 1 million. It's still something. Like I said, I could still make money. On the bright side, still, like, my account alone still can do something. If I learn how to go through raids and get the proper equipment, I could still do something. So, I'm not too worried about that. Just teach me how to do stuff. Or feel pity on me and just give me money. Either way. Oh yeah, I know about the level 120. I think my Slayer right now is 108. Because even after 99 Slayer, I would still do a lot of Slayer. You can still look at my high scores. So, Slayer made me money. I could make more money doing Slayer. Like I said before, I could always just keep doing Slayer. Back then, I used to be in the top 8,000 players. Now, I'm probably down to 100,000. But all I gotta do is just do a lot of the skills again and just level up from there. And the funny thing that I have right now, I am level 98 cooking. And it's still going to be my very last level 99 ever. Oh yeah, I forgot that. It's all about microtransactions now. All about the microtransactions. The Squeal of Fortune, if I'm not mistaken. Do they still have that? Do they still have the Squeal of Fortune? Because I remember, I think like the best one you were able to get was Dragon Plate Body or Dragon Chainmail. Forgot which one it was. But I think they've changed that long since. Because I distinctly remember it was something that was worth 25 million. Like, I can talk about RuneScape all day, every day. I remember that it was Dragon Med Helmet. What the fuck? I remember back in the day, it was Dragon Med Helmet and Dragon Chain Body that was in the game for so long. And then they finally released updates where you're able to get a Dragon Full helmet by killing Mithril Dragons. And then for the Dragon Plate Body, you were able to get that from the Calphite King, if I'm not mistaken. It was the Calphite King you were able to get the Plate Body. Oh yeah, you had to get a full Varix team to be able to get yourself a Chain Body. Beforehand, good luck. Before Boros became a thing. And I remember when Boros became a thing. That I will fight anybody. But RuneScape, I believe, was the very first game to introduce Battle Royale with the Tessar Fight Pit. Don't at me. Change my mind. I still think that RuneScape was the very first game to introduce Battle Royale. And then when Boros became a thing, whenever you go to the Tessar Fight Pits, everybody was wearing Boros related item. It was either a Rims, Guthins, Varix, Dark armor. I remember that. Not many people used Torag. Torag was really the underdog in the whole entire thing. And after all of that, I still think that Torag is still the lowest tier out of all of the Boros brothers. It's quite unfair when you think about it. I haven't really been playing Pewdiepie's Pixelings, to be honest. I've been just logging in to get the daily rewards because I don't want to lose that streak. I got like 22,000 energy bolts in Pixelings, so if I ever get back to Pixelings, I am ready to go. I'll probably be able to get to level 55 after that. I know, right? Like, that's the whole thing about Taurox, is that it had great defense, but it's just, it sucked. That's why it was the cheapest. So no one really went with Taurox. It was, the only thing that was cool about it was just the double Warhammer, the animation, the sound that it made, the thump thump. That in itself was awesome, but it was just so weak. Even Guthan's was better. And Guthan's is slow. The one thing that had going for Guthan's is that you were able to heal yourself every now and then with the damage that you have done. And Taurox, even though it is a huge risk, but it is a huge risk, high reward type of deal. And Taurox is still being used to this day for either PKing, for either doing Slayer, for just absolute, just fighting everything. I know that they actually released a brand new Fire Cape. I don't think I'll be able to do it. I don't think I will be able to actually do it. I've seen the live streams. I've seen Woot RS. Oh no, Woot 16. There you go. Woot 16 doing all these insane challenges. I think I actually do a one-tick prayer. I think I've actually done that before, but I haven't mastered it because I've actually done mistakes here and there. But I don't think I'd be able to handle the anxiety and the pressure that comes along with it. Ah, that bow. What was the name of that bow again? I know what it is. I just don't remember the name. It's like you have to buy these overpowered weapons at this point. Twisted bow. God dang, you're rich. If I ever get back to ORS. Like I said, I actually just do loot. I just go to the PK worlds and loot. That's how I make my money. Again, I have enough bones to get to 93 prayer, so. Like, Dagonoths are a joke now. Getting all the rings are a joke. Even though it's a good little boost, but still. Like, now getting a Fire Cape is not even impressive anymore. However, if you've seen a level 3 account with, I forgot the name of them, but the level 3 with a Fire Cape, that's really impressive how they were able to do all of that. Like, that's awesome. I just hope that Jagex never actually fixes any of that. That's actually really cool that you were able to get a Fire Cape at level 3. Amount of dedications and amount of... Oh, they fixed those bugs. Are you kidding me? Leave them. What harm does it actually do? No, what harm does it do? If someone's gonna go out of their way to be that committed to get a Fire Cape at level 3, let them do it. Let them have it. Pretty sure there's a weapon that you could wield that will never allow you to attack anything. Well, yeah, he's allowed to keep it, but still. I honestly think that if it was back in the old school days of RuneScape, they would have banned him for it. So you gotta give him props, at least. Wait, did he now? Hold up. Mr. Beast. Although he had followed like over 1,000 people, I don't even think I'm actually gonna be able to find it. How long is it gonna take for me to see it? Either way, I legit will check this out. I still don't like how the new UI of Twitter works. But still, like, I could talk about RuneScape all day, every day to the end of days. I'm gonna go out to eat soon anyway, so I'll have time to check. But again, I will laugh if that's actually true. Back in the day, it was Rune HQ. It was Rune HQ that had all the guides. Rune Wiki wasn't a thing. Now it's Rune Wiki because it was better formatted too. Oh, it's funny that you mentioned Dutch because I remember. Oh yeah, it really did have a bad layout, but at the time, it was good for all what it had. So you can't fault it for that. But I remember I played RuneScape for so long. When I see people speaking in a different language, it's like, is that Dutch? Like, hey, you know Dutch? Like, nope, I just know that you're speaking Dutch. Switch. I know a Swift Kit. I didn't think about Switch. I remember that Swift Kit was something that was bannable too. It was just a controversy of whether or not if you were allowed to have Swift Kit on your client. But at least, what's it called? That on clients, yeah, at least Ruin Light is actually really good. And what's funny is that they're actually doing some things that RuneLight has already done before. Mr. Beast followed me. Where has he followed me from? Okay, that is something new. I didn't know that RuneLight was sued. But here's the thing about RuneLite. It allows people who don't actually have Java to play RuneScape. Is that the reason? I only heard so many good things about RuneLite. Like that was how I was able to even play RuneScape. Because back then it was either browser client or downloading their client, but when you download their client it was buggy. So I had to download RuneLite to be able to play RuneScape, and it runs so smoothly. Wow. It's all about the money. It's always been and will always were to be all about the money. Oh, Jagex, how far have you fallen? And I will still die on this hill, but Jagex never cared about the content creators back in the day. And it wasn't until years later, that's when they started caring about the content creators, but that ship has long sailed. It was still far too late. What's up, Cool Tech? I remember Mod Paula, Mod Craniac, Mod Poppy. It's still... Oh yeah, I remember Mod Ash. It's funny because back then, when I actually was active on the forums, I actually had a thread of a suggestion that a lot of forum moderators and even Jagex moderators supported, but I don't think that ever came to existence. It was called Footnote and Add a New Thread, where it just says that, hey, you're going to be posting on this forum, and if there's anything you'd like to add to this thread, then there you go. You could add a little bit of info here, like a little bit of tidbits. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because Twitter has not notified me on anything yet. Even then, if Mr. Beast did follow me, I'd be like, hey, could you sponsor me? Legit. I'll go straight up and say it. I should take screenshots of that. honestly. Like, hey, there's some people who've been saying that you follow me on Twitter. Is this a new scam that's been going on? I just find it funny. Oh, hey, the first guy who sent the message actually deleted his message. Like, god dang. Oh yeah, it's totally a scam. Oh well. Where did I go? Oh no, like, the thing I wanted to do was that I wanted Mr. Beast to sponsor me so I could actually finish up Operation Bedrock in a short time frame. And if I don't succeed, I'll pay him his money back and also give him interest on top of that. So if I were to fail, then I'm gonna have to work for Mr. Beast. And I would not mind doing that. Because why not? I wouldn't mind working for Mr. Beast. Just for the fact that I'd be able to experience the things that he's doing. I've been scammed a couple of times in Runescape. One of them was the whole dwarf cannon scam. Remember when they lead you to the wilderness and they tell you to hold the dwarf cannon? Like, you bring nothing. Back then I had a whip. So they told me to bring nothing but my whip because it was a trust thing. Like, they'll trust you to hold the dwarf cannon so that they kill you. You will lose your whip, but you'll still have 2 pieces of the dwarf cannon. And even if you were to use the prayer to protect one more item, you're only going to get a 3rd piece of that cannon, and you will still lose your whip. Because for whatever reason, the cannon has more value than the whip. I remember that scam. But the very first scam that I've ever fell or fall to, or whatever you want to call it, fallen into, was that the guy was gonna upgrade my mithril scimitar to an adamant scimitar, or back then I think he was gonna try to convert it to a rune scimitar. So I traded him the scimitar and he never gave it back. I was devastated about that because it took me a couple of hours to gain enough money to actually get a mithril scimitar. Back then I had no idea that there was a scimitar shop that would just sell you a mithril scimitar. So probably back then I've already overtraded for a mithril scimitar. But that just taught me to never trust people in the game. So I've always done things for myself and I would trade people. However, whenever somebody asked for something, like, I was always having the mentality like, dude, earn it yourself. Like, I earned all my things, you can earn things for yourself. I could tell you how to make money, but it's all up to you if you want to actually earn the money to buy yourself this. I was never against the idea of teaching somebody, but it's like, if you don't want to do it, then I'm not going to give you this for free. But no, it wasn't a noted scam. It was just, hey, I could upgrade your weapon if you trade me it. It's like, oh, okay. He scammed me out of a mithril scimitar. Like, even back then, it wasn't worth that much, so why go out of your way to scam someone out of a mithril scimitar that was worth less than 1,000 gold? It was dumb. It was still dumb to this day. Oh, I never felt for the trimming armor scam though. But then, back then, nobody, when you didn't know that you're only able to get trimmed armor through doing treasure trials, like, oh, okay, trim my armor, please. What annoyed me most of all was that there's always a two-person scam in a bank where one person's saying, selling rake for 1,000 coins or 1,000 GP, and then on the other half, you see that saying, there's another guy saying, buying rake for 500,000. Always in the back of my mind is like, dude, you could literally see them, you can see each other. Why aren't you guys trading each other? Then realize like, oh no, this is another scam. And then, of course, we still see the gullible people like, trade me, trade me, trade me. And everyone else is like, dude, don't do it. It's a scam. You could literally see it's a scam. Back then, when I was a moderator, when I saw that, I'd be like, mute, mute. Okay, peace and quiet now. Mr. Beast doesn't follow you, but imagine Mr. Beast wanted to make a Mr. Beast gaming video with you, and where the one block mine equals $1. Honestly, I'd be like, hey, welcome to Operation Bedrock. See this chest? 3,456. Okay, that's $3,456. Oh wait, here's another chest. It's full. Here's another chest. It's full. I will literally go down every single chest that I have ever done and just say, look at all these chests full of blocks. Look how much money you're going to give me at the end of the day. Let's go. Even then, Steve, 1 cent, even 1 cent for every block that is mined, that's still $34.56. I will still go through every single one of these chests on a live stream, counting every single chest, times that by $34. I don't care about the 56 cents. That'll go after the fact. I want to see what would be the minimum of how much you would give. And see how much I would get at the end of the day. I would just go through every single block or every single chest in Operation Bedrock. I would have so much fun doing that. This is it, paint. When are we streaming Minecraft again? I have no idea, Steve. Not gonna lie. I need to fix up all my pickaxes again. Also the shovels. I should totally make a video just asking Mr. Beast at this point. Like, Mr. Beast, would you like to sponsor Operation Bedrock? Because I want to quit my job and just play video games all day. That'd be so much fun. Let me know your tuber name. But yeah, fun fact, SwordKing090 came from Runescape. That's the reason why I have this username. I've never changed it whatsoever, and I don't think I'll ever change it. I could always make a brand new account, but I don't think I'll ever change the original account. Either way. Another egg. Why can't I have this good luck? God dang. Dang it. I just remember making multiple accounts just to do something different. I tried to make a skiller account, didn't work out. I tried to make pure accounts. I had no idea how to PK, so it was pointless. I tried to make accounts that only do one thing, and it didn't work out either. I made a backup account just in case. Although I never actually told people about my backup account, so when I actually had to go on my backup account, people didn't believe me that I was the OG. Like, no, this is my backup account. I'll be sure to add you, don't worry. I did a screenshot so I won't forget. I won't lie, I actually like Tutorial Island. I never got bored of Tutorial Island. Well then, until then, Cody, thank you for stopping on by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope to see you again in the future video or live stream. But still, like, I remember on Tutorial Island that you're only able to get to level 3 within any skill, and after that you were just capped off. You couldn't gain any more XP after level 3. So if you wanted to become a skiller, that was one of the easiest 3 levels you could actually do. Get level 3 fishing, get level 3 mining, get level 3 cooking, wood cutting, fire making, smithing. Just get level 3s right off the bat. Alfonso, what's up? Welcome back. But still, the good old days. We wanted to make just simply a skiller account. You had to do the bare minimum when it came to fighting. Like, you would actually have to wait for somebody to get the rat all the way down to 1 HP, then you take over so that you wouldn't gain too much XP to fight. Again, the good old days. I could still hear the theme song. I could literally hear the theme song in my head when it came to Tutorial Island. Those memories will never go away. The memories of helping people out with our RSMVs, helping people out with the machinimas, beating so many people. Honestly, they are still good even to this day. The people who compose the music, they have talent. The sea shanty music as well, iconic. That Miro. Dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da dun dun da. Again, can never forget any of the music. Dun 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 dun. If you played Runescape, you completely understand. A lot of the music there is so iconic. My favorite place still would be Camelot and Catherby. Back then when I actually did farming, I was able to at least get almost 1 million XP per day because I would just plant magic trees. I would plant palm trees. I would plant toadstools before it spiked up in price because of the overload potions. Or is it overlord or overload? I can't remember. But toadstools were really good XP before the price just went up. I would plant poison ivy because that was the best berries you could actually plant at the time. Also nightshades. I would go through every single location. Just loop around all the farming spots. It took me about 30 minutes to get to every single spot, and then I was done for the day. Hey, Snapdragons were good money too. You have to get the Super Restore potions made somehow. Like, Super Restore will never go out of style. Prayer potions will never go out. I absolutely remember, back then, I would go to the Chaos Druid, the tower right there, and just fight every single druid. You get the uncleaned herbs. I would note them, and then, I would always clean the lower tier ones because I wasn't actually at a higher level to clean the other ones, so I would know that these are the ones I have to keep. So I clean all the low tier ones and then leave the high tier ones to sell for the people who want to buy them. Well, in Super Animal Royale, you could actually become a Dragon Fruit Wolf. So you will always have a Dragon Fruit. It's all good. I'm going to be ending the stream anyways. I'm already at the 2-hour mark. 23% battery life, so it's 3 a.m. Jeez, you're in the UK, aren't you? Is either the UK or New Zealand? The Netherlands. Dang. That would have been a third guess. Honestly, RuneScape was the only reason I knew the fact that time zones existed. That's how I actually learned, because it's like, why is it so late? Not gonna lie, I completely blocked out. We even talked about the whole Dutch thing for a bit. But hey, it was top 3 guesses. But yeah, RuneScape is one of those things that will always be a part of my childhood. A lot of content creators on YouTube that started off from RuneScape, they went on to Minecraft. So there's still so many people I can talk about. I wouldn't be surprised, because back then it was either WoW, RuneScape, MapleStory, Adventure Quest. I think Club Penguin was there at the time too, and then there's Roblox. Minecraft didn't come along until later. Harder. Coming back to the reoccurring membership, why thank you. Dang. Memories. Wasn't until when Minecraft came along, a lot of RuneScape players hopped on to Minecraft, and then Minecraft became huge. And a lot of RuneScape creators still create Minecraft content. So it's not a surprise. And I wasn't able to make Minecraft content up until 2012 when it came over to the Xbox 360, so that's where I made my name for myself. With Gobble and the Daily Quest, you'll get there. Also Craniac. With Craniac, you could actually get a lot of subscribers there too, so y'all have it easy now. Back then, I had none of that. But this is me saying that I'm lit level 999. I got 5,250,000,000 subscribers, and I got 5,100,000,000,000 views, so I got all of this to spend. Well, let's see what I got so far. 73 magic wands, 63 ogres, 60 of the windows, 72 druids, and then 77 of one book, 63 of the other book. So I have at least less than 1,200 more items to collect. So I did really good today. Yo, Skull, how have you been? Been a while. But y'all, remember, I'll go live on Twitch later on tonight, so follow me up on Twitch if you want to see the Twitch live stream. But other than that, not much more I could do right now. My battery's about to die soon. It's already at 20%. I gotta charge my phone and I gotta go out to eat. My voice changed? How so? I don't know when's the last time you've actually been here though, so I'm not too sure. Probably because I have the Go XLR set up now. Until then, Dennis, thank you for the conversation. It was a lot of fun. Thinking back to all the Runescape days. Again, I could go on about Runescape for hours. It's so much nostalgic right there. But I do hope to become a Twitch partner so I could at least get a foot into doing full-time streaming. Because that would be nice. If you're already a partner on Twitch, then you're already doing well for yourself. It's not guaranteed you'll be full-time, but it's still a good step. But if y'all want to join my Discord, it's linked in the description. Just type !join upon the welcome channel so that you'll be able to access the server fully. It's just a way to keep the spammers out. Or the little raids, however you want to call them. At least the bad raids. The good raids would be on Twitch. Steve, you missed it. We'll talk about it later. I'm going to go for now. I'm going to go get something to eat. Then we'll be right back to do another live stream over on Twitch. Till then, stay safe out there. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Sarah, for becoming a channel member. Thank you to Ari and as well as Carter for becoming a channel member as a recurring channel member. I've been SorkingZero. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all again in the next video or live stream.